Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Eden Gardens is not just a ground in Kolkata, it is an emotion for India. If cricket is a religion, then Eden Gardens is the Mecca for all bhakts of cricket. In 1993, this is where Sachin Tendulkar had bowled that brilliant last over against South Africa during the Hero Cup. A crowd of 1 lakh people cheered him as India clinched a thrilling victory. It is here in 2001 that VVS Lakshman and Rahul Dravid batted an entire 4th day after following on to help India win a famous victory against Australia. And this is where the Prince of Kolkata, Sourav Ganguly, played most of his cricket and laid the foundation of a world champions team. I repeat, Eden Gardens is not just a ground. It is an emotion. This is where the dreams of 1 billion come true. This is where India unites to cheer for the nation. But today, divisive forces are eyeing Eden Gardens for their own vested interests. Remember, the opposition has been fighting a pitched battle over the Waqf Amendment Bill, which has been cleared by the Cabinet and also by the Joint Parliamentary Committee for introduction in the ongoing session of the budget in Parliament. In the midst of this comes the latest provocation from Asaduddin Owaisi's lieutenant. He now claims that Eden Gardens and the adjoining Fort Williams actually belongs to Waqf. It is on Waqf land. In fact, if you ask Waqf backers, the Taj Mahal belongs to the Waqf. The Parliament land is on Waqf land. Even the land on which Mahakumbh was held actually belongs to Waqf. From a mosque in the Allahabad High Court premises to the Surat Municipal Corporation building, from the Gyanvapi complex in Banaras to 1500-year-old temple in Tamil Nadu, everything actually belongs to the Waqf. In fact, under the UPA, 123 central government properties were also gifted away, as alleged by the BJP, to the Waqf in 2014 before the Congress or the UPA government really gave up power. Soon after, the UPA was voted out of power, and then in 2023, this land was recovered from Waqf and returned to the rightful owners. Once a Waqf, always a Waqf. Can this be the norm forever? While Prime Minister Modi is pushing for reforms, opposition parties led by Rahul Gandhi, Owaisi, Mamta and Akhilesh Yadav, in their zeal to fight Prime Minister Modi, are actively blocking these reforms. We will get you a News Hour fact check on who really holds the property rights for Eden Gardens, but first watch how Owaisi's Neta claims this land for Waqf. And one of Mamta's own minister backs this claim. Making matters worse, Siddiqullah Chaudhry has claimed that the army is illegally occupying the Waqf land. This is how opposition unites to lay Waqf stake on Eden Garden.
मैडम, डेटा सामने 8000 जो स्टेट है वो इंक्रोच हो चुका ऑलरेडी बंगाल। अब हम जहाँ खड़े हैं, फोर्ट विलियम वक्फ का है, ईडन गार्डन वक्फ बोर्ड में वक्फ स्टेट में आता है। तो यहाँ का जो रेंट है ना मंथली, वो 169 रुपीज शायद है। 105 प्रॉपर्टी हमारी पार्कशीट में है। जो वक्फ का लॉ है, आप 6 मंथ साथ अपने पास रख नहीं सकते।
ईडन गार्डन क्या आप लोगों का है? वक्फ बोर्ड का है? राजभवन का वक्फ बोर्ड का है?
वक्फ बोर्ड का था, उसमें 150 रुपया किराया दिया जाता था। सीपीएम के जमाने की बात। देखिए, सेना लोग मुस्लिम प्रॉपर्टी को कब्जा करके सेना निवास बनाया। सेना बाद में है, हिंदुस्तान गवर्नमेंट आने के बाद है, प्रॉपर्टी तो उससे पहले है।
The army has taken it away from Waqf. Now that is the argument of Mamta Banerjee's minister. Remember, Muslim organizations led by the AIMPLB have given a Chalo Jantar Mantar call for the 17th of March to protest against the Waqf bill. This is being actively supported by opposition parties, but it's not just protests. but provocations which are muddying the Waqf waters. Clerics have warned of Shaheen Bagh-like protests, while the Congress party's Rashid Alvi has given a call for a 2-year road blockade if anything is done to the Waqf laws as they exist today. Of course, there are provocations that are coming in from the other side as well. Shiv Sena Sanjay Nirupam has warned that the protests may turn into Jallianwala Bagh. Watch how a bill to ensure parity in property ownership is stuck in political crosshairs.
कि अगर ये बिल मंजूर हो गया तो हम देशव्यापी अभियान छेड़ेंगे और मेरे नजदीक शाहीन बाग भी एक पीसफुल और डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन था। तो अगर आप शाहीन बाग समझते हो तो शाहीन बाग समझिए।
उन्हें कहना चाहिए कि जिस तरीके से देश के अंदर हमारे किसान भाइयों ने प्रोटेस्ट किया था, 2-2 साल सड़कें बंद रखी थी, 2-2 साल सड़कों पर धरना दिया था, कहें कि किसानों की तरह का प्रोटेस्ट करेंगे।
अपने धंधे को बचाने के लिए अगर चंद मुस्लिम या मौलाना शाहीन बाग जैसा कुछ करना चाहते हैं तो जरा सावधान रहें, कहीं जालियांवाला बाग ना हो जाए।
After this long list of provocations, now they claim that even the iconic Eden Gardens belongs to the Waqf. But does it really do so? Here's a News Hour fact check. Remember, the British had defeated Siraj-ud-Dawla and captured Calcutta at the Battle of Plassey. Records show the land was in possession of Lord Auckland, the then Governor General of India. The Calcutta Cricket Club moved into the grounds in April of 1846. Later, in 1864, a part of this was given by the colonial government to the Calcutta Cricket Club. After independence, the Eden Gardens property was transferred to the Government of India and the Ministry of Defence took charge and possession of this land. In 2016, Calcutta High Court order even cites a submission by the Calcutta Board of Cricket, Calcutta Authority of Cricket, which says that property is owned and controlled by the Ministry of Defence, clearly stating the court records, and this comprised an area of about 50 acres, including the 15-acre site of the cricket stadium and the clubhouse. The 2022 Apex Council meeting recommendations, which you can see on your screens, show how there was a proposal to renew the lease of Eden Gardens from the army. Remember, the Garden of Eden had a forbidden fruit. For the Waqf and its backers, perhaps Eden Gardens is the forbidden fruit that they want to own at all costs. After all, the BJP says that the toolkit of fakery and fear-mongering is a desperate bid for the opposition to stay relevant to their own vote banks. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Motorola legitimate question that we are asking on the News Hour tonight is: the Vipaksha actually looking to vanquish Prime Minister Modi by backing Waqf? That's the question and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Pradeep Bhandari, national spokesperson of the BJP, Harshvardhan Tripathi, senior journalist, Ishkaran Bhandari, advocate in the Supreme Court. Also joining the debate, Mohammad Tariq Khan, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Sanjay Jha, Congress leader and author. And my first question goes to Asif Sohail, who is from the AIMIM, and I want to ask you, Asif Sohail. Asif Sohail bhai, now Eden Gardens also belongs to the Waqf. What happens to the ownership of the Defence Ministry, of the Army? Fort Williams, Eden Gardens, of course Taj Mahal पहले ही आपका था. Allahabad High Court में एक मस्जिद है, वो भी आपकी है. Even the Parliament land is yours, the Mahakumbh land is yours. Is this now, you know, in the name of Waqf, going to absolutely atrocious lengths in the manner in which land after land and iconic places after iconic places are being claimed by the Waqf?
मैडम, पहले तो मैं आपको एक चीज क्लियर करना चाहूंगा. मैं AIMIM से नहीं हूं, पर बैरिस्टर असदुद्दीन ओवैसी साहब की लीडरशिप को सपोर्ट करता हूं, उनकी विचारधारा को. ठीक है। और दूसरी रही बात आप एडन गार्डन की हो या ताजमहल की हो, ठीक है, इसी सारे चीजों को तो लेकर आप ये एक जो वक्त की बिल लेकर हमारे ऊपर हमारी मजहबी आजादी को खींचने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, हमला किया जा रहा है हमारे ऊपर, जो सो हमारी इकोनॉमिकली जो सो हम जो सो वीक हो जाए। इसके अंदर ये एक सोचा समझा साजिश के तरीके 44 अमेंडमेंट्स दिए जा रहे हैं। मैडम देखिए, अगर आप चाह रहे हैं कि ये प्रोटेस्ट ना हो मैडम तो गलत है। देखिए, ये लोकतंत्र है, तानाशाही नहीं है। हम बराबर सत्याग्रह करेंगे, शाहीन बाग की तरह नहीं, पूरे मुल्क के अंदर सत्याग्रह होना चाहिए। मैडम, आपको अगर जलियाना वाला बाग अगर बनाना है, हम हमारा सीना पेश करेंगे मैडम, हम गोली खाने तैयार हैं, हम पीठ नहीं बताएंगे। हमें इस मुल्क के अंदर हमारी आजादी के लिए हम पहले से भी जो सो इसके अंदर जुड़े हुए थे, आज भी जो सो हम जुड़ेंगे। हम पे हर मुसलमान हो या किसी के ऊपर हो, नाइंसाफी नहीं होना चाहिए। मैडम देखिए, एक छोटा सा सवाल मेरा ये है कि आपके चैनल की भागदौड़ कोई और चैनल के हाथ में दे दे तो कैसा रहेगा? आपको एक सिस्टम बनाया गया है, आपको जो हमारे मस्जिद है, हमारे इबादत गाह है, बारगाह है, ठीक है, उसको चलाने का है तो एक सिस्टम बना हुआ है, उसको आप जो सो अपग्रेड करिए, ना बल्कि कोई दूसरे समुदाय के लोग को। अगर आप
आसिफ सोहेल साहब, बड़ा छोटा सा सवाल, बड़ा छोटा और सिंपल सवाल मैंने पूछा।
मेरी बात,
आई हैव आस्क्ड यू ओनली वन क्वेश्चन, कैन यू क्लेम ओनरशिप ऑफ ईडन गार्डन्स, यस और नो? आपने मुझे इतना लंबा लेक्चर दे दिया, मैं बाकी कुछ नहीं पूछ रही आपसे। आपका कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल राइट है, आप प्रोटेस्ट कीजिए, बिल्कुल प्रोटेस्ट कीजिए, बट यू कैन नॉट ब्लॉक रोड्स लाइक यू डिड ड्यूरिंग CAA एंड शाहीन बाग। एंड राशिद अलवी सेज like the farmers protest block roads for 2 years. I have a problem with that because that is not your constitutional right. But I'm asking you a simple question. सवाल सिर्फ इतना है कि ईडन गार्डन क्या आपका हो सकता है? क्या वक्फ का है?
मैडम, मैं आपको अपनी बात मुकम्मल करता हूं बोलकर दो ही चीजों के ऊपर। एक तो चीज मैं चाहूंगा, अगर ये वक्फ एक्ट में अमेंड करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, अयोध्या के मंदिर में भी मुसलमानों को जगह दीजिए खिदमत करने के लिए, हम बराबर जुड़कर खिदमत करेंगे। और दूसरी आखिरी बात, आपकी जो बात है, मैं अपने इस अशार से खत्म करूंगा, जब जब जुल्मी जुल्म करेगा सत्ता के गलियारों में, चप्पा चप्पा गूंज उठेगा इनकलाब के नारों से। हम बराबर उतरेंगे रोडों के ऊपर, अपना जमहूरी हक है, एक पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट रहेगा। मैडम, आपको मारना है, हमारे को गोली मारना है, मारिए, हमें जेलों में बंद करेंगे।
गोली मार दी है अब तक आसिफ सोहेल साहब, आप इस तरह की बात क्यों कर रहे हैं? बट प्रदीप भंडारी, व्हाट इज द मैटर दैट आसिफ सोहेल विल नॉट रिस्पॉन्ड टू द क्वेश्चन ऑन हाउ आर दे लेइंग क्लेम टू ईडन गार्डन्स, टू फोर्ट विलियम्स, टू द पार्लियामेंट लैंड, टू ताजमहल, टू द एयरपोर्ट लैंड, to the Mahakumbh land? That question is not being answered. Ulta, there is a threat that we will protest across the country.
Well, Navika ji, Asif Sohail has forgotten that we are a constitutional republic which is governed by rule of law and implements Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar's constitution. We are not an Islamic republic. He has forgotten that. I believe that he is counting what happens in Pakistan, because nowhere in the constitution of India has it been mentioned that Waqf can act as a land grabber. In fact, Waqf is not even mentioned in the constitution of India. At the outset, he was speaking about Shaheen Bagh. Navika ji, the product of Shaheen Bagh was Sharjeel Imam, who wanted to remove Assam and the Northeast from the Indian map. So if he wants to replicate Shaheen Bagh, this is a threat to India's national security. Waqf for us is not about Hindu-Muslim, it is about the basic constitutional dignity, which is that no other religion, whether it is Hindus, Christians or others, have the right to go to a tribunal, whereas Waqf has a right to go to a tribunal. It has a more power than civil code. My larger argument is, how can he claim land on Surat Municipal Corporation? How can he claim that Waqf is Parliament of India? How can he claim that Waqf belongs to Eden Garden? In fact, tomorrow he will say the studio in which we are debating is Waqf, and it is for us as the victims to prove that it is not Waqf. So it is against the basic jurisprudence and criminal jurisprudence if we allow it to happen. The Congress Party, for appeasement in 2013, gifted more than 100 properties, prime land to Waqf to appease it, because the Congress Party believed, as Manmohan Singh said, that the first right to resources goes to the Muslim community. We believe that everybody has an equal right to resources. So we will amend it, whether he goes on the streets or not. If he takes the law in his own hand, the rule of law will act as per the due procedure.
Well, Sanjay Jha, can there be a gun put to anybody's head? Because, one day it's Eden Gardens, and as somebody who's been involved with cricket, you know what Eden Gardens means to cricket lovers. Now, Eden Gardens is on Waqf land. Fort Williams is on Waqf land. When I've already showed you, according to the records, it was Lord Auckland's and after that transferred to the government of India. ये वक्फ बीच में आया कहाँ से? Number one. Number two, every other day, okay, there is a Waqf bill which is being brought in. There are amendments. May they be fought on and argued on the floor of the parliament, and may the side that has the numbers or the logic win the debate. I'm not commenting on that. But to say that a government does not have the right to bring in reforms, can that be upheld? Can you actually uphold the fear mongering that's going on? Ke 2 saal ke liye, you know, we will block all the roads. What kind of threats, what kind of blackmail is this? And if it is Eden Gardens today, it was Parliament yesterday, where is it? Where is it going to stop, Sanjay Jha?
Navika, I believe this is a serious debate. So unlike the BJP spokesperson, I will not indulge in rhetoric, but come down straight to facts. If you look at the entire Waqf history, firstly, I'm sure your viewers know that it is centuries old. And when it is centuries old, it has gone through several rulers and then the British, etc., etc. I mean, in many cases, and I can tell you this, many cases, the current Waqf property, whoever is running them under the supervision of the Waqf boards, they don't even have enough legal documents. That's a reality of our times. The second point is, look at the number of Waqf properties, Navika. It's over 8,72,000 Waqf properties. Now, if you look at their market value, I mean, I'm only commenting on what is generally speculated is their market value is anywhere between $12 billion US to $15 billion US. That's like talking about over 1 lakh crores plus. Now you also have roughly 1 lakh or rather 1 million acres of land in prime urban, I would say, cities in the country. So it is going to be complicated. 100%, because a lot of the Waqf land is in prime real estate across the biggest cities of this country. Now, I can't comment on, you know, whether the current ownership of X stadium or X is with the Waqf board or not, because that the Waqf board will be able to tell you. I don't think that should be a problem. The complication is this.
No. So you're putting Eden Gardens ownership under a question mark, Sanjay Jha?
I'm saying the Waqf board, if somebody says that it comes under a Waqf board, the Waqf board will be able to tell you whether that is true or false.
Why should the Waqf board say, Navika ji? It should be the court that decides.
But I have just read out that the court, the Calcutta High Court in 2016 said that this land belongs to the army, to the defense forces, and that renewal should come from there. But you didn't give credence to that. Yes. You gave credence to the fact that the Waqf board should decide this. And Sanjay Jha, you know, blood test mein aapka appeasement blood hi niklega Congress wala. And on that count alone, Sanjay Jha, you know, I will call you a bigger Congress defender than a cricket lover, for sure, because you did not claim the facts that were put out. You still refer to Waqf, Pradeep Bhandari.
That is the precise point, that Sanjay Jha has justified the claim of Waqf on Parliament of India, which is a threat to our sovereignty. How can he not say that Parliament of India is not a Waqf land? How can he not say openly that Eden Gardens is not a Waqf land? How can he not say openly that Surat Municipal Corporation is not a Waqf land? This is heights of appeasement, and this is where I come to my fundamental argument, that it is about implementing Constitution. They want to implement Sharia. And if they can implement the powers in 1954, 1995, how can our amendment be anti-constitutional if we are getting it?
Okay, Navika, a quick response. This is the point that we all need to understand. There are a number of Waqf properties, and many of them, by the way, around 60,000 have encroachments. In many of them, there is litigation. And the third part, which is very important, even the ownership is not known.
How can you say the ownership of Parliament is not known?
1 minute, Pradeep. But Sanjay Jha, you know, आपको वक्फ प्रॉपर्टीज बीइंग encroached upon नजर आ रहा है, Waqf encroaching on a 1500-year-old temple in Tamil Nadu, that is not visible to you. Now, what do you call the specs? If Sanjay Jha was wearing specs or glasses, Ishkaran Bhandari, what would you call those glasses?
Navika, the courts will have a verdict. That's as simple as that.
Yes. Navika ji, can I come in? It's serious. Navika ji, it's a question to me. Can I speak?
Yes, please.
Navika ji, I don't agree with you at all. I agree with Mr. Sanjay Jha completely. I agree with Mr. Sanjay Jha completely, where he says Waqf will tell us whether Eden Garden is Waqf. Waqf will tell us whether Parliament is Waqf, because that's the law that Congress made. That is why this amendment is needed, because it gives them sweeping powers outside the normal civil law, outside the law governing property as is known in any democracy, for a person to self-claim this is my land and then use the straight administration to get the land. That is why you are not understanding Mr. Sanjay Jha's point, because that is the law they have created, and that is why Waqf has become the third largest landowner, because they can say this is my land and then use the state machinery. The entire danger is a state within a state, which is what happened pre-partition. The result was Pakistan. Then the same attempt was done by having 370, separate constitution, separate laws, separate powers, state within a state. This Waqf Act is again the same thing. Waqf will tell us what is their land. They will have the powers of a court. They will get the state to survey. Which private body gets a survey done by the government, by the taxpayers' money, including taxpayers who do not belong or do not believe in having such sweeping powers to any religion. So that was what Congress did, and not only once. In Delhi, you're talking about Eden Gardens. It's worse in Delhi, which is the capital, which has all sensitive installations. In 1911 to 1914, the Britishers gave compensations, did land acquisition when they were building Delhi. But as late as 1984, Congress wanted to return those lands. Then, just before elections in 2014 March, they again tried to return those lands. It is only courts where the matters went that it has been stayed. So the attempt has been consistent, that to appease, you will give them powers to become a state in itself, and that is a national security threat. It's not only a property dispute, it is not whether private property has been taken over, it is these powers are the reason in which it becomes difficult to govern a country. And I think after 370, this is the single most important piece of law that the government is bringing, and it should come sooner than soonest.
Well, let me get in Tariq Khan. Tariq Khan, there was a saying, law is blind or justice is blind. You know, कानून अंधा होता है. And today what are we seeing? We are seeing that politics of the opposition is totally blind. It cannot see anything wrong because you're blinded by the appeasement politics, which you have given the name of secularism. You have been blinded by that appeasement politics when you do your vote bank politics. I want to ask you, what would you say to somebody like Maulana Kalbe Jawad, who actually comes out and says, why talk about Waqf at all? Why don't you look at temples? There is so much of gold lying in every temple. Bring out that gold and take out, the poverty that exists amongst Hindus. May I ask you, when there are 9 lakh hectares of or whatever of Waqf land that the Muslims have, why don't we monetize that and remove the poverty of all Muslims that live in India? Isn't that an idea that should come to Mr. Jawad?
9 lakh hectares of land to Waqf Board. Can I know what is the land area belongs to the temples of India? You know, what is the size? What is the size?
Controlled by...
That is 150. 9 and 150 lakh acres land owned by the Hindu temples. I have no objection. It could have twice, thrice, or even more than that. I would be happy. Point number 1, what he said. You have talked about 3, 4, 5 properties. You have talked about Parliament. You have talked about Kumbh. You have talked about Taj. You have talked about Eden Garden. Different people claimed that this property belongs to Waqf Board. Only Waqf Board claimed Taj Mahal, that Taj Mahal is his property in 2005. Badruddin Ajmal said Parliament is a Waqf property, not the Waqf board. There exists a Delhi Waqf board. In Kolkata, there is also a Waqf board. We have chairman, we have Waqf number. What is the Waqf number of Eden Garden? If Waqf board says that yes, this property belongs to Waqf board. Now, in Kumbh, a Maulana came and said that this property belongs to Waqf board, not the Waqf board of Uttar Pradesh. We have the system, and that system run by the government. So please don't put wrong facts on the national channel. Only Taj Mahal claimed by Waqf board, rest of the properties claimed by different people in personal capacity. Today I say that Times Now office belongs to Tariq Khan. Now you say Samajwadi Party is saying that Times Now office belongs to Tariq Khan. No,
आप समाजवादी पार्टी से नहीं है क्या?
नहीं हूँ,
आप नहीं है क्या?
खान कह रहे हैं।
और इमरान सोलंकी AIMIM से नहीं है क्या? नहीं बोलूं, बजरुद्दीन अजमल साहब AIUDF से नहीं है क्या? Tell me where am I lying? Please tell me where am I lying? Now every Muslim says he is the true Muslim. He is the true Muslim, and every Muslim gives the reasoning of once a waqf, always a waqf. Now, if they say, तो ऐसा लगता है कि आपने जिस चीज को हाथ लगा दी वो आपका हो गया. And today you are giving the defense.
In 2005, it has been 120-year-old college in Banaras waqf claim, 1400-year-old temple in Tamil Nadu waqf claim, 200-year-old temple in Lucknow waqf claim, Surat Municipal Corporation waqf claim, Allahabad High Court also was made by the waqf board. What is he saying? Ravika ji, the fundamental difference here is that no temple has a civil court jurisdiction power. A waqf has a civil court jurisdiction power. It's a parallel state. It's a threat to India's national security. And you cannot expect anything from Tariq Khan's party because they wanted to give Muslims the reservation in jobs, and Sanjay Jha's party which believe that first right to resources belongs to Muslims. It is a fundamental question whether Shariat will follow or the constitution will be followed.
हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी जी, ये बार बार आर्ग्यूमेंट दी जा रही है कि टाइम्स नाउ का लैंड है तो कैन somebody else claim it, or can I claim the neighbor? These are all jurisdictions in courts. The issue when it comes to the waqf land is कि आज मैंने कह दिया वक्फ लैंड पर ईडन गार्डन्स बना हुआ है तो हो गया. अब हम वक्फ बोर्ड जाएंगे ना, हम कोर्ट तो नहीं जा सकते. Isn't that the issue here, number one? And number two, if you bring in reforms to state the law as it should be equal with all other religions, तो ये कहेंगे कि भाई हम तो शाहीन बाग बना देंगे, हम तो 2 साल के लिए रास्ते बंद करवा देंगे, कागज नहीं दिखाएंगे. लेकिन isn't that the argument which really is at the crux of this?
नविका जी, बड़ा अच्छा हुआ कि तारिक मियां को पहले आपने बोलने के लिए कहा. तारिक जी ने कहा कि भाई ऐसे थोड़ी ना होगा कि तारिक कह दें कि ये टाइम्स नाउ की बिल्डिंग या टाइम्स की लैंड वो हमारी है तो ये समाजवादी पार्टी का थोड़ी ना हो जाएगा. ठीक बात है. क्यों ऐसा होगा? क्योंकि टाइम्स के पास उसको सपोर्ट करने के लिए डॉक्यूमेंट्स है, बाकायदा रजिस्टर्ड है. अभी कानून क्यों आ रहा है तारिक भाई, इसको भी जरा समझिए. इसलिए आ रहा है क्योंकि इस देश में ढेर सारे ऐसे सिरफिरे मूर्ख किस्म के लोग जगह जगह घूमते हैं जिनको अभी संसद वक्फ की लग जाती है, कभी हवाई अड्डा वक्फ का लग जाता है, कभी ईडन गार्डन स्टेडियम वक्फ का लग जाता है. ऐसे लोगों की ही तो जरूरत है ना कि उनको दुरुस्त किया जाए. ऐसे कोई भी मूर्खतापूर्ण बयान देगा उसको ठीक किया जाना चाहिए कि नहीं ठीक किया. कैसे होगा? वो लॉ के दायरे में होगा. और इसीलिए इस कानून में कहा गया है कि आप अगर वक्फ की जमीन कोई क्लेम कर रहा है तो उसको डॉक्यूमेंट से सपोर्ट करें. कागज तो दिखाना पड़ेगा. आप जब कागज दिखाते हैं तो जमीन का कागज क्यों नहीं दिखाएंगे? और इस पूरी बहस में अभी संजय झा जी बोल गए, मुझे तो बड़ा आश्चर्य हुआ. ये तो शायद सबसे आगे निकल गए. कह रहे हैं सैकड़ों सालों से वक्फ चला आ रहा है. कितने सैकड़ों सालों से आ रहा है संजय झा जी? और किसका वक्फ? अरे भाई, बड़ी सीधी सी बात है. जब मुगल बादशाह थे उनकी कौन सी वक्फ की जमीन थी? बताइए. मकबरा छोड़ के किया क्या उन्होंने? वो तो आवाम की बेहतरी के लिए करना था. और अगर इतना वो बेहतर करते तो क्यों मुसलमान गुर्बत में है?
इतनी
जमीन आपने जाने कितना लाख करोड़ बता दिया, तो उसका मोनेटाइजेशन क्यों नहीं कर पाए? इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ये टोटली प्रॉपर्टी मैनेजमेंट का इशू है, रियल एस्टेट का इशू है, एनक्रोचमेंट का इशू है, जिसको कहते हैं इलीगल ऑक्यूपेशन का इशू है। उसको सॉर्ट आउट तो करना पड़ेगा, और उसी के लिए देश की संसद है। क्या दूसरे मसलों पर नहीं होता है, लेकिन कोई दूसरा इस तरह से थ्रेटनिंग नहीं करता है जो अभी करने की कोशिश हो रही। मेरा यह मानना है कि ये जिस तरह के क्लेम्स हैं, उससे लगता है कि जैसे दूसरे इस्लामिक मुल्कों में वक्फ का कानून खत्म किया गया, भारत में भी खत्म किया जाना चाहिए। हिंदू हो या मुसलमान, सबके लिए अपना आप मस्जिद बना रहे, बिल्कुल वो आपके अधिकार में, लेकिन आप कह रहे हैं कोई लैंड क्लेम कर देंगे, ये कैसे हो सकता है? और अगर क्लेम है तो उसका डॉक्यूमेंट तो दिखाना पड़ेगा।
Navika, a quick rejoinder.
Okay, Sanjay Jha.
Yeah, Navika, the first thing that the viewers need to know, because I think your viewers need to get a very dispassionate assessment of what we are talking about.
I'm sure they get every night.
The Waqf boards are statutory government bodies. They are not like some kind of a religious entity which is, decided only by, a certain religious bent. So let's try and understand. Let's give the Waqf board some kind of a status here. It functions as a government body.
That's the point, Sanjay Jha. That is the point. You have given them powers and statutory conditions way beyond they should actually possess, and that is what this debate is all about. Hindu temple boards are not treated like that. The governments control it. There is no temple board that can take such decisions. The Waqf board can, and that's why the reforms are required, because in a secular state you can't have two different kinds of norms for two different kind of religions and communities.
But the amendment does not change the Waqf board. Even the BJP agrees there will be a Waqf board. Even the BJP
Ishkaran Bhandari,
so you can't do without the Waqf board.
दिक्कत तो यही है जो संजय झा बता रहे हैं कि we have to treat the Waqf board reverentially.
No, but even the BJP is doing the same thing. All they want to do is add some non-Muslim.
नाविका जी, बहुत सारी बातें बोलूं मैं? नाविका जी, मेरे से सवाल है। नाविका जी, नाविका जी, मेरे से सवाल है। पहली बात, कोई भी व्यक्ति बोल देगा तो उसका कोई असर नहीं होता। वक्फ बाय यूजर का कॉन्सेप्ट समझिए। मैं ये दावे से कह रहा हूं, वक्फ के पास जो पावर है वो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के पास नहीं है, आर्मी के पास नहीं है। अगर आर्मी बोलती है कोई लैंड आर्मी का है तो डॉक्यूमेंटेशन के बेस पे दिखाना पड़ेगा आर्मी को। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया बोलती है या कोई स्टेट सरकार बोलती है मेरा लैंड है टाइम्स नाउ स्टूडियो, दिखाना पड़ेगा डॉक्यूमेंट्स के आधार के ऊपर। यहां पे बोलते हैं हम कागज नहीं दिखाएंगे। दे हैव मोर पावर्स देन द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया। दैट इज व्हाई आई सेड द डेंजर इज स्टेट within a state, and that needs to be curbed now.
Tariq Khan, please respond. Isn't that a legitimate requirement that there has to be a documentation? You can't only threaten people on the basis of the number of and the kind of protests that you can do.
Why? How is the matter? Many Waqf related matter are in the court. Why people are saying? क्यों कहते हैं कि वक्फ की प्रॉपर्टी का मामला कोर्ट नहीं ले जा सकते? टीले वाली मस्जिद का मामला कोर्ट में चल रहा है।
पहले लेवल पे नहीं जा सकते ना?
नहीं, कोई भी लेवल। आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट लेवल, प्लीज डोंट इंटरप्ट। आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट लेवल, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट लेवल। उसके बाद मैं कहता हूं, और सुनिए मैम, 2005 में जब मामला ताजमहल का गया, 2010 में ही सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उस पर स्टे लगा दिया कि नहीं ये गलत है। और 18 में कह दिया
नविका
ताजमहल इज नॉट ऑन वक्फ।
I have done repeated debates with you on Waqf. This man from Samajwadi Party repeatedly has an eye on our temples. Every debate he brings कि temples के अंदर भी है, temples के अंदर भी है। They got Pakistan on religious ground. Are they wanting to create another Pakistan based on this bogey? What is he saying? No court. Waqf has a power of a civil court. Hindu, Christian, Dalit have to go to a civil court. पढ़ के आओ।
आपके पूर्वज हैं, आपके अनुयायी।
अरे आप बेवकूफ हैं।
Okay, no unparliamentary language, no unparliamentary language।
पढ़ाई करिए कि नहीं करिए? ऐसे बातें घर में मम्मी पापा से करते हो क्या?
आप जिनकी पूजा करते हैं सावरकर, उसने पाकिस्तान।
अरे भैया, सावरकर ने बलिदान दिया, तुम्हारे जैसे नहीं किया।
One minute, let me
बोलो पढ़ाएंगे अच्छी तरीके से।
1 minute, let me get in Asif Sohail. 1 minute, gentlemen. Asif Sohail, सीधा सा सवाल है। Waqf board becomes the first quasi-judicial level on which any dispute on Waqf land or claim of a Waqf land has to go. बाकी सब जगह ये नहीं अवेलेबल है। टेंपल बोर्ड जा नहीं सकता, मतलब कोई जाके कोई टेंपल का बोर्ड नहीं है कि वो जाके सर्वे कराएगा और 5-6 साल इसी में निकाल देगा, 10 साल इसी में निकाल देगा। तो रिफॉर्म्स होने में दिक्कत क्या है, नंबर 1। और नंबर 2, ये जो रोज रोज है कि कागज नहीं दिखाएंगे, ना वक्फ लैंड का कागज दिखाएंगे, और मुझे ये भी बता दीजिए कि वक्फ बिकम्स द ओनर ऑफ द 3rd largest owner of land in this country, and yet Muslims are still, many Muslims are below the poverty line. The statement made by Maulana Jawad, shouldn't that be applicable also to Waqf?
देखिए नाविका जी, पहले तो वक्फ क्या है आपको तो पता है। देखिए ये वक्फ एक अपलिफ्टमेंट के लिए, लोग हमारी जमीन हम अल्लाह के नाम पे देते हैं, किसी की प्राइवेट लैंड नहीं है ये, मतलब कोई सी गवर्नमेंट की जमीन नहीं है, ये हमारी खुद की पुश्तैनी जायदाद है। मेरी बात खत्म करने दीजिए, सुनिए आप, हमारी बड़ों की पुश्तैनी जायदाद, हम एक कम्युनिटी अपलिफ्टमेंट के लिए, तालीम के लिए है, कई दूसरे काफी सारी चीजों के लिए हमें जमीन दी जा रही है। आप अगर उसी को अगर खींच ले रहे हैं आप, ठीक है, आप रिफॉर्म लेकर आइए, कोई रोक नहीं रहा है, ठीक है, उसको अगर आप खींच ले रहे हैं तो फिर अब माइनॉरिटी अपलिफ्टमेंट कैसे होगा? मैं तो हमेशा बोलता हूं हमारे वक्त की जमीन हमें दे दीजिए, हमें माइनॉरिटी की जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ेगी।
हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी, मुझे बता दीजिए, जो इतना सारा लैंड है इसमें से फिर सिर्फ 200 करोड़ रुपए क्यों आते हैं, और कितनी अपलिफ्टमेंट हुई है, इसका हिसाब कौन लेगा?
मैडम वही है।
नविका जी बहुत क्लियर है, ये पूरी तरह से गरीब मुसलमानों और अमीर मुसलमानों की लड़ाई है। इसको क्लैरिटी से अगर समझेंगे तो समझ में आएगा। कुछ लोग हैं जो गवर्नमेंट के साथ रहकर इतनी बड़ी जमीन पर कब्जा करके बैठे हैं, उसका क्या वो इस्तेमाल करते हैं? जहां 12,000 करोड़ बड़ी आसानी से मिल सकता है रेंट के तौर पर, वहां 200 करोड़ आ जाता है। तो ये अगर रिपोर्ट आ रही है तो ये बताती है कि इसका गलत इस्तेमाल हो रहा है। जब कोई कहता है कि ये तो हमारे बाप दादाओं ने सब दिया हुआ है, तो भाई जब बाप दादाओं ने दिया है तब तो उसका रिकॉर्ड होना चाहिए ना। और कौन बाप दादा थे जो इतना बड़ा ईडन गार्डन देकर चले गए? उसका एक साथ इतनी जमीन किसके पास थी? ये भी जरा सवाल उठना चाहिए। या ऐसी जो भी जब कोई क्लेम करता है, क्या ताजमहल ये वक्फ की प्रॉपर्टी हो सकती है? नहीं हो सकती है। तमिलनाडु का उदाहरण तो है कि गांव वहां 1500 साल पुराना मंदिर, और ये कह रहे हैं कि वक्फ की प्रॉपर्टी हो गई। तो ये कई ऐसे मामले हैं जिसमें साफ दिखता है कि किसी भी प्रॉपर्टी पर ये हाथ रखते हैं और कहते हैं ये हमारी हो गई। सरकारों के साथ मिलकर बरसों बरस अपने हिसाब से इन्होंने कानून बनवाया, बहुत बड़े बड़े लोग। और अभी क्या हम भूल गए क्या, मुकेश अंबानी ने घर बनवाया इतना पैसा लगा के, किसी मौलाना ने बोल दिया ये तो हमारी, ये मामला कहां तक गया था? तो ये तो किसी भी बात पर कह देंगे। और ये पता नहीं तारिक जी को पता है कि नहीं, वो तो क्लेम करने वाले वक्त के लोग थे। तो इसीलिए मैं कह रहा हूं डॉक्यूमेंटेशन मस्ट है। वैसे तो सवाल अगर आप कहते हैं तो कोई वक्फ बोर्ड होना नहीं चाहिए, किसी इस्लामिक मुल्क तक में नहीं है, सेक्युलर कंट्री में क्यों होना चाहिए?
Absolutely, because there are courts of the land, and these courts should take the calls. Why do we need a Waqf board? And tomorrow morning, if they own the Eden Gardens, tomorrow morning they can lay claim to all the forts of India, all the grounds, cricketing grounds, and all the stadiums in India. Well, where is this bizarre, movement really going to stop? Is the question we're asking on the News Hour tonight. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my panelists for joining me on debate number 1.